Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and another card making video. Today I am hopping along with the Not Too Shabby design team showing off the July box of the month. This being a hop means there is a $25 gift certificate to the Not Too Shabby shop to be given away, so make sure you hop along with us and leave comments. Now, when I get my box of the month or kits by mail, I really want to play with it all. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you hacks on how to make multiple cards with your products from this box. First hack is to pick out the supplies from the box that you want to use. Maybe you're going to use it all, but I like to narrow it down just a little bit and kind of focus in on certain things for my first set of cards that I'm going to make. So there's the things I'm going to use. I will not actually use the ephemera that I showed. The hack number 2 is to stamp and color out all of your images at once. Just set aside some time and color those out. Now I'm coloring my little bee with a black face. I Googled bumblebee because I thought they were the fuzziest ones, maybe a honeybee, but the face was black. So I decided to color my little bees with black faces. Now, maybe you like your bees with a little yellow face. I don't think it matters, right? These are so cutesy and so whimsical. Just do your thing. And really, my snail is pink and green, so have fun with your colors. But I just wanted to explain why I decided to go with a black face for my bee, because it seemed the most realistic and I wanted to go with that. So I gave him some pink cheeks and I'm coloring in those flowers on top of the bee's head, which I think just like makes these so adorable, those flowers. I absolutely love it. These stamp sets, by the way, were designed by Teresa Russell. There's 2 different stamp sets in this month's box. One of them is Buzzy Bees and the other one is Insect Cuties. So all the bees on my left-hand side on the screen are from the Buzzy Bees set, and the 4 images, including the bee with the roses that I just colored, that's from the Insect Cuties. So you can see how they all go really well together. You can mix and match these stamp sets, which I love. I love that about the box of the month from Not Too Shabby. But then again, if you are somebody who's just purchasing the stamp sets individually, you can just get one or the other and they work great. So whatever works best for you. Maybe you're like me, gotta have it all. Yeah, so here I am coloring that pink and green snail. It's like I feel like it's like a mama and a baby snail. I thought they were just darling, and I don't know, I just went for pink and green with this one. All right, so I'm adding white gel pen to these as I go. It just really adds some like highlights to different areas, makes them have some shine. I love white gel pen. So that is going in after I finish coloring each of them. Usually I color everything and then do all my white gel pen. I don't know, today I decided to change it up a bit. So for this butterfly, isn't it cute? He's so pudgy. I love it. I am using some blue markers and I'm going to color his body with the same exact colors, and then I will blend those out so we have some highlights and lowlights in there, and you can see all the markers I'm using on the screen as I go, unless I don't get the lid all the way straight on my desk. Sometimes when I'm coloring, I am just having fun. I'm just enjoying it. It's kind of relaxing to me. And so I sometimes am not so great about getting the lids up there. So I will show them at the end of the coloring for you. Look here how the white highlights look on this little butterfly. Really makes those wings pop, I think. And I did the little flowers on his head, yellow and green. I thought that was really a fun color combination. All right, on to the ladybug. I totally messed this one up. I colored the wings and the body red. Yeah, I don't know. There's no excuse for me. It seemed good, and I'm sure it'd be fine if I would have left it, but I decided to blend it out and make it darker, like the same as the wings. The body kind of got lost in there, so I kept trying to add a shadow on the outside, and I decided to go with a gray shadow, and then I was like, I'm just going to color over the red with my warm gray markers that I've been using for all the insects' faces, and that seemed to do okay. I actually go back and rework it again, and I colored over my white gel pen that's on the outer edge of the body, and I think it turned out good. I also outlined the legs and the feet a little bit so that they stood out a little more, and I like it. I decided to go with it. I like to try to make things work instead of throw them out and start over. So that's what I did. All right, hack number 3 is to pick something that you can use on all your cards, like this really cool background that die cuts a slimline plaid pattern from Pink and Main. I'm going to use this on every single one of my cards. When I pick something like this, I want to make sure it's going to work with all the different things I'm using on the cards, but it's also going to be something that's kind of unique and stands out and brings a special element to the card. Next hack, keep it simple. I like to fill the card with a big sentiment, whether it's this sentiment that says happy birthday from the new big and bold sentiment stamp set from Trinity Stamps, or maybe it could be a die cut sentiment. There are some bigger sentiments out there that are great for slimline cards or any size card to kind of fill up a space and let you keep the card simple. I'm embossing mine on vellum. Now I have a ton of these vellum strips, this exact size, left over from a big project. So I just grabbed a stack of them and put them on my desk. So as I was making these cards, I could just stamp out the words happy birthday. Also, another bonus hack that I didn't plan on mentioning, but you could do all of your sentiments and have them done and kind of start making your card assembly style. Now, I'm not really doing that because I'm playing with the different background colors, and I'm going to change things up just a tiny bit here and there. So I'm going to glue my sub-sentiment on there that says, hello, my friend, and I'm putting that right next to the butterfly, which I popped up. And then hack number 5 is to use embellishments to dress up your simple card. Now this box came with embellishments, with which all the boxes do. I love that. So I'm just going to pick out flowers that match from this clay element and put those in and around my sentiment. I'm going to glue this down to a card base that is 8 3/4 by 7.5, so I can have a little bit of a white border around my 8.5 by 3.5 inch plaid panel there. Okay, let's go on to card number 2, and you can see how I'm going to repeat some elements, which is another way to create multiple cards, is to not reinvent what you're doing. You can make multiple cards just by repeating elements that you've already done and maybe change them up in different ways. But I am going to go ahead and emboss that same sentiment. I'm in love with it. It's a nice bold sentiment, and it has the font, the letters go with so many different styles. So I love that. All right, so I'm embossing that on my vellum and gluing it down, hiding the glue behind the embossed letters. So hack number 6 is to keep it simple by making only simple changes to the layout. So you can see this time I'm taking that sentiment and just putting it lower down on my card instead of right through the middle. So I don't have to rethink a different layout, just maybe adjust a few things here and there. That keeps it fresh and fun for me as I'm making multiple cards, but also still quick and easy because I'm not having to think of something completely different. I'm using some poppy ink from Concord and Ninth to glue down this, or to stamp out this sentiment. Then I'll glue it down, and you can see here I'm using those same clay elements, but there are red flowers in this mix, so I can add those to this card and fill in and add to the, I don't know, it's those little extra somethings on a card that make it special, right? So even if it's simple, you add an embellishment and you've got that extra special element. So I'm adding now some of those rainbow rhinestones from the kit in black in and around. And actually at the very end, if you look at the cards pictures at the end of this video, I added more to a lot of the cards than I had here. So mounting this again, so I have a white card frame showing around my background, which I'm going to do on all the cards. There's card number 2. On to card number 3, same exact background die. I'm die cutting this from that green pattern paper. Now this rainbow slimline pattern paper is faux embossed. So it looks great on its own, but I also thought it looked really cool embossed because it kind of makes that plaid look a little bit textured. because of that faux embossing, even though I'm cutting away most of it, I really liked how it looked die cut as well. All right, so I'm going to press my sentiment into place. This time I'm going to take my little critter and add it towards that bottom right corner instead of the top left for a little bit of a change. There are two different kinds of pink flowers in here. One's kind of fluorescent, and then there's this one. So I'm going to glue those on, and also some of the gems in green. So I have some darker green with the lighter green, darker pink with the lighter pink. I love that, playing with shades and tones of one color. So that'll be card number 3 that I'm gluing onto my card base. So still pretty much the same card with just a few little changes. All right, on to card number 4. I'm bringing in that cute bee and doing a yellow and black card, and this panel also die cut from that Rainbow Slimline paper pack. This time I am going to take my little bug there, my bee, and add it on in a different spot. I did scoop my sentiment down, so I had a little stray glue I had to wipe away, but there he is in the center. I thought that looked really cute, like he's sitting right on the happy birthday. I'm going to add in a bunch of these yellow flowers. I love clay elements. They're so lightweight. They attach to your card really good with glue, so I think these are really fun for gluing right to your card, but also really good for a shaker card, which if you watch any of my videos, you know I'm obsessed with shaker cards. So I'm sure I'll be making a shaker card with these flowers, but for today, they work good as embellishments. I will add some gems to that later. That's one of the ones I add more to. All right, for card number 4, I'm keeping the same idea, but this time I die cut that plaid piece from black cardstock, and I'm gluing it on top of the rainbow faux embossed paper, and it looks fabulous. I love that. So now I am going to line up my little bees. I'm going to put 4 or 3 of the bees on this card and one of the sentiments from that Buzzy Bees set. But you can see I'm keeping the vellum strip down the middle. I'm going to keep the white embossed sentiment. I'm just changing it up a tiny bit. But it was easy to get there to this idea because of repeating similar elements. All right, so I'm going to add glue strategically where I know I'm going to glue down those bees. I'll add this to my plaid background, and then all of the bees I'm going to go ahead and pop up with some foam squares. And my vellum, I just wrap the ends around the back. I like that look versus trying to snip it off because it can get loose on the ends. So there's my cute little bees. I love them all in a row. I'm not going to lie, I think this card is my favorite of all of them. There it is with a white border all the way around. Really draws your eye into the center. And then I'm going to add some more yellow flowers to this one. And I believe I'll also bring in some of the black gems. I'll probably run out of the black gems first. I don't know why, but I use black gems a lot. Do you? I don't know what that is, but I love them. So I'll add those in and around the card as well. I just had fun with the embellishments on these cards. They're really cute. So those are my 5 cards for today. I hope that maybe listening to some of my ideas for mass creating cards will help you, because if you're like me and you get that box, you want to make a bunch of cards right away. It's hard to kind of narrow down what you want to use first, right? So there's 5 different cards for you, but all very similar. I hope you had fun watching this video, and continue the fun by hopping along to the next video in the hop. I have it linked for you below. Don't forget to comment as you go, and this hop will be open until July 8th, at which time the winner will be announced over on the Not Too Shabby YouTube community page, I believe. So watch all the YouTube or all the social media outlets for Not Too Shabby, and you'll figure out who the winner is. All right, thanks so much for stopping by. Happy stamping. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.